Welcome everyone to the February 3rd Board of Adjustments. This meeting is being recorded. Stand for the pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
Republic for which it stands, one nation, justice for all. April, will you call roll after?
Absolutely. Let me pull that up. Chair Eggline,
Here.
Vice Chair Tholt,
Here.
Commissioner Gustafson,
Here.
Ms. Beckwith, is absent, Mr. Top.
Here.
We have a quorum with 4 members present.
We have an applicant. Is there what? Minutes?
We'll wait.
December.
December 2nd.
Yeah.
Did you read them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from December 2nd, 2025.
I will second.
Any discussion? I see none.
I will not vote on the minutes because I do not.
That
I've
is
not read
fair.
them and was not here.
That is fair. All right.
Oh,
Roll
so,
call, I guess.
okay. Chair Eggline,
Yes.
Vice Chair Tholt,
Yes.
Ms. Beckwith is absent, Mr. Top.
Yes.
I think for this, we can take a simple majority. So just for your information, Commissioner, the Board of Adjustment, the bylaws require a vote of 4 members to pass any measure.
Oh,
So for the variance, all 4 will have to vote in one way in order for a motion to pass. So it's like a super majority in the bylaws.
yes. And do
Yes.
you need the minutes approved by a supermajority as well?
I
will vote yes on the minutes
Okay.
to ease confusion.
that's
Thank-
where it's a little gray. But because it is a quasi judicial board.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm sure the minutes are excellent.
Perfect.
Good evening, Board of Adjustment. Tonight, for your consideration, we have 1 variance application. Pursuant to Section 1155C of City Code, to approve a requested variance for a new building or portion thereof, the Board of Adjustment shall consider the following standards and find as follows. The variance will not create a significant risk to public health, safety, or general welfare. The variance will not significantly reduce or impair the peaceful use of existing property or improvements in the vicinity. In strict compliance with the provisions of this title would create unnecessary hardship or practical difficulty. In evaluating the standards above, the Board of Adjustment may consider the following factors. Special conditions and circumstances that are unique to the applicant's site, including size of the property, topography, or unusual shape, the height, location, or dimension of existing structures located on the site or in the vicinity, whether there is a prevalence of nonconformities in the vicinity that are similar to the variance requested, the subsequent imposition of zoning restrictions creating nonconforming lots or parcels, whether a literal interpretation of the provisions of this title would deprive the property owner of rights commonly enjoyed by other properties similarly situated, the extent to which the hardship or difficulty results from the actions of the applicant, and whether granting the variance requested will confer an unreasonable special privilege to the subject property. Section 1155F City Code states the following. The Board of Adjustment may impose conditions to minimize adverse impacts that the variance may have on health, safety, or welfare. Any approval that includes conditions is subject to the terms of the conditions. These may include, but are not limited to, a time period in which the proposed structure shall be completed or other conditions necessary to mitigate adverse effects. It is the recommendation of the City Attorney's Office that staff does not make a recommendation to approve or deny. In Montana law, states the Board of Adjustment has the authority to consider, upon appeal in specific cases, such variance from the terms of the ordinance as will not be contrary to the public interest, where owing to special conditions, literal enforcement of the provisions of the ordinance will result in unnecessary hardship, and so that the spirit of the ordinance shall be observed and substantial justice done. Montana Code 76-323. On a motion to approve a variance, the following conditions are recommended: that a building permit must be obtained within 1 year. Item 1, VAR 25120014, 1101 Chestnut Street. A variance from Helena City Code, Section 1142, to reduce the front lot line setback from 15 feet to 13 feet for a structure located in CLM zoning district with the address of 1101 Chestnut Street, the geocode of 051888194042200000, and legally described as that certain portion of Lot 2 in Block 13 of the Grand Avenue addition to the City of Helena, County of Lewis and Clark, State of Montana, which is more particularly described as follows. Beginning at the northwest corner of Lot 2 in Block 13, being the southeast corner of Chestnut Street and Dodge Avenue, thence easterly along Chestnut Street 134 feet to a point, then southerly parallel to Dodge Avenue 100 feet to a point, thence easterly parallel to Chestnut Street 8 feet to a point, then southerly parallel to Dodge Avenue 42 feet to a point, thence westerly 142 feet to Dodge Avenue, thence northerly parallel to Dodge Avenue 142 feet to the point of beginning. This variance is to decrease the front lot line setback from 15 feet to 13 feet due to the existing building and entrance location. Here is the plat map or the zoning map showing the subject property in the CLM zoning. North of this property along Chestnut, across Chestnut Street is CLM immediately north. To the east of this property is B2 zoning, and west across Dodge Avenue is also CLM. If this property was located in the B2 zoning district, it would not have a front lot line setback requirement. History of permitting action. Earliest permits on file were from 1971 when the building was called 1831 Dodge. The most relevant permit here is the existing entry was constructed in 1980. There was a change of address to the 1101 Chestnut Avenue in 1986. Other permits found on file were for general remodel and additions. Here is the building with the existing entryway, which has been removed currently. Here is expanded view showing the dimensions of the entry that was removed. Here is the proposed new entry size with the expanded entry. As you can see by the 67-inch diameter circle in the middle there, this is intended for ADA accessibility for wheelchair turning radius. Here is the plat showing its location in the city, sort of between Montana and Dodge Avenue along Chestnut. Here's the sort of existing ramp and where the pad was that has had the entry vestibule removed due to just its general deteriorating condition. Another view of the site. As you can see, looking around, this is a fairly industrial section of Helena. These are warehouses, automotive repair shops, and other general contractor sort of uses scattered around here. There are other buildings, as you can see, like in the lower left-hand photo there, that do have a similar or less than this request setback along the frontage. This variance is to serve the following purposes: to facilitate building maintenance, to create a better accessible entrance, to minimize alteration with the existing structure, and to minimize impacts of wind patterns. They're reusing the current location instead of having to alter the inside, and by putting it with the door as it is, it was discussion when they initially applied for the building permit that this is the best sort of configuration for prevailing winds for this type of entry. City department comments, building stating that the accessible entrances should comply with the ICC A117.1 and that additional comments will be given during the permitting process. Engineering, fire, utility, and legal provided no comment. Transportation's comment was that if this is allowed because of how they park alongside or the building, as was shown in those photos, that they should mark the area around this new entrance as not parking because it would further push the cars there into the public right of way. As of today, there has been no public comment received. And with that recommended variance, motion language variance from Helena City Code 1142 to reduce the front lot line setback from 15 feet to 13 feet for a structure located in the CLM zoning district with the address of 1101 Chestnut Street. Are there any questions for city staff at this time?
Really quickly, Ms. Beckwith was able to join us online. So we have 5 members present.
Are there any questions for city staff at this time?
Thank you. I don't know how formal this meeting is, Chair. I have a question about the transportation piece. I see that the property doesn't have sidewalks. And so does it need, please talk to me about sidewalks. Do they need to add sidewalks at some point if they have this variance? How does the right of way and sidewalks and parking overlap on that corner if sidewalks come in that area?
If sidewalks were to come into this area, they would not be able to park as they do now. The existing parking as they have it, with the cars parking perpendicular to the faces of the building, crosses the property line and would cross into the public right of way in the sidewalk area. This is a contractor yard. They have basically equipment parking behind the building. So they have an area for ample parking to meet any needs that would come up. If they were to install sidewalks, they would just have to sort of alter the habits to go to, you know, parallel parking alongside the road as is common on a boulevard condition.
If I may have a follow-up. So, and I apologize for being new to this. I believe in some cases, sidewalk, talk to me about I think it's called the right to contest if sidewalks come in. I'm curious about if they get this variance and we want to get sidewalks there later, can they say no on sidewalks? I don't know how to word that correctly. What are the words?
Thank you, Chair, Board for your question. Generally, no. If transportation redoes the road and decides to install sidewalks, the property owners don't have a objection that they can file. On some new construction where the road is not fully improved yet, transportation with then commission approval will allow what's called a waiver of protest, where they're allowed to build without putting in the sidewalk, but then they can't, with the knowledge that when the road is improved, curb and gutter installed, sidewalk, boulevard, all that, they have no recourse of complaint. This level of addition would not trigger having to install sidewalks. If the building was, say, wiped clean and rebuilt, they would have to install sidewalks. Sidewalks will only come in this area with a sort of an extensive overhaul of the street infrastructure.
Thank you. You got to, I think, the question I wanted to ask.
Any further questions? Thank you,
Thank you,
Kyle.
Board.
Does the applicant want to present or say anything?
If I'm a little hoarse, I'm sorry, I'm a little sick, so. It wasn't our intention when we started this project to tear that vestibule down. But as we got into the siding of the reworking of the building, it was a safety concern. And that front vestibule was public safety. It was about ready to cave in. So we had to make the executive decision to tear it down. When we tore it down and we started the process with the city building department of rebuilding the vestibule and making it larger, when we did all of our research, found out that the existing vestibule did not even meet the 15-foot setback by a few inches. So it was out of compliance from the get-go. By doing this new addition, this will allow the owner to be able to have ADA accessibility to the structure itself. I think that's very important for most businesses to have that these days. And that's all our intent. The owner wants to try to make things better for the community and be able to access. And that was the whole goal. And we thought, we were even told with the building department that even if we were to leave the existing foundation, we could not build the new structure over the existing foundation because we tore it down. So we're kind of at a rock and a hard place where we had to ask for the variance.
No, that makes sense. Any questions for the applicant? Go ahead.
I love questions. So I assume you'll do a building permit and get this done quickly because it's
Yes.
in the middle of construction. It
It's-
looks like you're
Well,
halfway there.
The plans have been submitted to the building department and they're actually sitting on the building department with zoning approval. And then it'll go through the process. So I think the drawings were attached to that, if I'm not mistaken. You showed the drawings for the new vestibule. So the owner actually wanted to get it done sooner rather than later, but I told him he couldn't proceed forward till we had approvals from all of the building department and everything. So we'd like to break ground as soon as possible. Yes, it's not winter anymore, so.
Any further questions? Does Chris have questions?
She has not, oh, just a minute here. Let me switch something over. Carissa, go ahead.
I do not have any questions, but thank you.
We can't hear you. She says she doesn't have any questions, but thank you. We can't hear you in the room, but I can read what you're saying.
Sounds good. Thanks.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Right, I'm gonna open it to public comment. I'm not seeing anybody in the room.
For the record, there are no members of the public in the room and we have no members of public online.
I will open it for board discussion.
I'll start. I believe this applicant has the right to rebuttal presumption, definitely, and the fact that he's making it better is just a bonus. So for that reason, I think the law not only allows us, but we must, because of the rebuttal presumption, passes. So I'll be voting yes.
I think it is a good upgrade and addition to the project, all for ADA accessibility. So I also will be voting yes.
Seems very simple. Again, I'm new here. I agree with ADA access. I obviously had questions about sidewalks. I'd love to see sidewalks get added whenever they can, but I will be in support of this variance.
Chris, I have anything to add?
Yes, I will also be in support of this project.
April,
Can you hear me, April?
did she have anything?
I can't hear you, Carissa, but she did say she would be in support of this project.
Yes.
So I'm just
Thank you.
reading the closed captioning.
I just want to extend a thank you to the owner for being patient and waiting for, we don't always see that, so thank you. All right, I'm going to open it up for a motion.
April, could you please move the participants box?
Oh.
Thank you.
I apologize. Let me put it back over on Kyle's slides.
I'll make a motion to approve a variance from Helena City Code Section 11-4-2 to reduce the front lot line setback from 15 feet to 13 feet for a structure located in a CLM zoning district with the address of 1101 Chestnut Street and the geocode of 051-888-194-0422-0000 and legally described as that certain portion of Lot 2 and Block 13 of the Grand Avenue addition to the city of Helena, County of Lewis and Clark, State of Montana, which is more particularly described as follows. Beginning at the northwest corner of Lot 2 in Block 13, being the southeast corner of Chestnut Street and Dodge Avenue, thence easterly along Chestnut Street 134 feet to a point, then southerly parallel to Dodge Avenue 100 feet to a point, thence easterly parallel to Chestnut Street 8 feet to a point, thence southerly parallel to Dodge Avenue 42 feet to a point, thence westerly 142 feet to Dodge Avenue, thence northerly parallel to Dodge Avenue 142 feet to the point of beginning. Deed reference book 265 of deeds page 655 with the condition that a building permit must be obtained within 1 year.
I'll second.
Okay, well, any board discussion? Okay. Just all those in favor say aye. Oh,
Chair Eggline,
One.
could we do the roll call vote?
sure.
Chair Eggline,
Yes.
Vice Chair Tholt,
Aye.
Commissioner Gustafson,
Aye.
Ms. Beckwith. Just a minute
Aye.
here. Ms. Beckwith,
Aye.
she votes aye. And Mr. Top.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously.
This side note, your speaker seems really loud tonight. The speaker system.
Obviously, they have changed things in this room and nothing is quite working correctly.
Okay,
I'll make a motion.
hold on, we've got to do general comment. Almost there. E and F here. Is there any additional general comment?
For the record, there is still no one in the room and there are no members of the public online.
All right, thank you. And April, you had an announcement?
The next scheduled meeting is March 3rd. We will have 3 applications to bring before you. For the appointed members of the board, again, if you are interested in serving on the Planning Commission, the resolution to expand the Planning Commission to 7 members as opposed to 3 is going forward to City Commission next Monday. After that time, any member of our current land use boards can serve concurrently. So if it's something you're interested in, keep it in mind and submit an application for appointment once those are open. But otherwise, that's all.
Tim?
I will make a motion to adjourn the Board of Adjustments February 3rd meeting.
Second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.
We should be able to start now.